Okay, so this question is similar to question 1 on your end of unit test. And it says Lewis, let me actually put a pointer on there. Lewis has 5/6 of a gallon of glue. He wants to store all of the glue equally among 4 containers. How much glue in gallons will Lewis store in each container? So now that we've read it one time, we have an idea of what's happening. Lewis has some glue, exactly 5/6 of a gallon of glue. He wants to store all of that glue amongst 4 containers. So it sounds like these 5/6 of a gallon of glue, the 5/6 of a gallon of glue, is something that's getting divided equally. So it's getting split equally. Getting split. Which means that this would be our dividend. And I want to make sure I'm very clear. It's not the dividend because it's the first number in the word problem. It's the dividend because of the fact that it's what's getting split up. And how exactly are we splitting it? Well, we're splitting it among 4 containers. So that means that we have this glue, the 5/6 of a gallon of glue, and we're splitting it equally in 4 containers. So that makes the 4 containers our divisor. And it's our divisor because it's telling us how we're splitting up the glue. Okay, so it's going to be how we're splitting. Okay, now, since we know that we have 5/6 of a gallon of glue, that's our dividend. That means when we write our division, it's going to be the first value that we write. So we'll write 5/6. And we're going to take that and we're going to divide it by our divisor. And our divisor is the 4 because we're splitting it amongst 4 containers. But the issue is that whenever we're dividing by a fraction, like here, we must make sure that we make a note that every number must be a fraction. So when you have a dividend or divisor that's a fraction, we must make everything a fraction. So note all values in fraction division must be fractions. So that means we're going to have to make that 4 a fraction. And the only way to make a whole number a fraction is to put it over 1. So we're going to make that 4/1. So now we're going to have 5/6 divided by 4/1. And because we're dividing with fractions, actually, let me move this over a little bit so we have a little more room to work with. All right. Since everything here is a fraction, we're going to have to use a process called KCF. And the way KCF works is, and I'm going to make a little table to go with it. KCF works by giving each of the parts of the division problem a special purpose. So the K stands for keep. So whatever's in the K column is going to be kept exactly the same. So the 5/6 that we have here, we're going to keep it the same. And so we're going to write 5/6 down here. Okay? And then the C for change is telling us this division must change to its opposite, which is multiplication. And then the F stands for flip. So whatever this fraction is, we're going to flip it so the top number becomes the bottom, and then the bottom number becomes the top. So instead of having 4/1, we're going to make that 1/4. And now that we have a multiplication question, we just have to multiply straight across. We've got 5 times 1 equals 5 over 6 times 4, which equals 24. So our answer is 5/24. So what does that mean? Remember the question that we were being asked. How much glue in gallons will Lewis have in each container? So we'll say Lewis will have 5/24. We'll write gallon, but we read it as 5/24 of a gallon in each container. And just to try to be extra clear about the meaning, so if we're saying that Lewis will have 5/24 of a gallon in each container, what this means is we're going to have these 4 different containers. It's not going to be the prettiest thing I do, but let's make 4 containers. So we'll have 1 here. Let's have 2. We'll have 3. And we'll have 4. And these 4 containers, each of them will hold 5/24 of a gallon of glue. 5/24, 5/24, 5/24. Okay? And when we add all those up, we end up getting our original, which was the 5/6. So, again, our final answer is Lewis will have 5/24 of a gallon of glue, really, in each container. Hope this helps.